All right, we're gonna get into this week's recap. Hopefully the air's not, I need the air because I'm really hot. I just went for a run. Yeah, 1 mile, a mile and a half, horrible time, like 18 minutes. Don't want to talk about it. I stopped running every single day though, so a little rusty, I guess you could say. But this 1.5 mile time was better than my last, which was like 19, which also sucks. But for a powerlifter that doesn't run, it's still improvement, and it's not so bad because most don't do anything at all. Most powerlifters. So we'll do a quick recap. Last week was horrible. I was going to Metroflex. I recorded it. It was a whole video. I did everything. I edited it. I posted it. It took too long because I do everything from my phone. And if you're on your phone and you leave the house like with Wi-Fi, it takes forever to upload on YouTube. And I did that, and like I left real quick for like an hour. Like I went shopping or something, and I think I went running, and then I came back, and then like 8 hours later, it's still on 65% uploading on YouTube. So I was like, okay, we're gonna upload it again. So I did, and I was like, I'll delete it, and then I'll upload it again. But I forgot I deleted everything, permanently deleted. So that went to waste because I deleted it to upload it again. I did it in the past, and it's fast if you're in your house, if you have strong Wi-Fi. So that went to waste because it was permanently deleted in my trash. Everything is gone. The only clip I have of that day, I did pause, squat, and sumo, is this. Is me sumo deadlifting my last set of 402. I think it was a 4x3. Yeah, and then ollie 716, that's it. Oh well, I did get to use the Ohio Power Bar at Metroflex, Hawaiian Gardens. Ollie was telling me they didn't have any. I was like, how does a powerlifting gym not have an Ohio Power Bar? But I also understand they're more of a USPA gym. He is, and they all are. He refs USPA, and most of them compete USPA. I don't think any of them do USAPL. But there was one, literally one. I think the whole gym has one Ohio Power Bar. So I used it. It was smooth. It wasn't that hard. My fingers, it actually fits better because it's thicker. I actually think it's a little bit easier. It's stiffer for sure, but the extra millimeter fits good in my thumbs and my hands. So I actually liked it. And I signed up to Metroflex. So I went to Legends Sunday. That's in the video. That was the worst session of my life, period. Worst squat session, worst session. I ended up going to Metroflex Marietta, which is far too, but man, that's $30. It's so cheap. I love that. That pretty much like trumped everyone else's prices because Metroflex Marietta has a lot to offer. I'm only gonna do it for a month, and it's probably the best gym around me with what it has to offer and the price. Yeah, the gas is killing me, but it's only like a month, and I think 2 weeks out I'm not gonna go to the gym anymore. So I'm gonna cancel it, and they allow you to cancel it just 1 month. I would go more. I don't know, I might even keep it. That gym is really nice. It's 12,000 square feet inside and 30,000 square feet outside. You can do anything and everything inside and outside. But con about them, they don't have Ohio Power Bars, not even one. They have like rusted power bars. It has no name, so I don't know what it is. That's you're gonna see in the deadlift session. So here's the clip of Legends. So this was the first warm-up. I'm starting to forget what this was. This was 220. That was horrible. It may not look that, like, see, it's so hard for me to hit depth. I think my form was beautiful considering like I was sore. I usually do 5 with a red and then 3 with 220. It'll be 133 or a red, whichever one. That was really hard. But the beauty of this was like every rep was easier to go lower. That was one good thing. It's 276. Yeah. And it was just really, really hard. And then I'm an idiot. I lowered the rack height, and it was low, so it was really hard to get it off because it has like rubber on the racks. So that was dumb of me also. But man, it was really, really hard. Like, it was just hamstrings. They felt sore as if I had done they were not sore. They just instantly got sore when I squatted the bar. It was crazy. I wish I could have recorded that. And the 155. And this is what, 309? Yep. I mean, it doesn't look so bad, but it's just my hamstrings were screaming. It was really hard. And it was to the point where it got like a little unsafe. I was opening my right hip and my right knee way more than my left. So it felt to the point where I was going to break my right knee or right hip. I know I wasn't, but like now my left hip is a little like clicking out because I didn't really activate it that day because I didn't know how to squat. It was too hard with, super sore hamstrings. I just happened, I think I don't know, dehydrated, I guess, but I've been drinking a lot of water. I really think it was the salt that I stopped drinking. I don't know, it could be keto too. This was 353. It was not hard. It was hard physically, not mentally and not heavy, but physically my hamstring just couldn't take it. I just decided 309, 3x3, whatever. It's way better than nothing. But before each set, I was really getting ready. Like I was going to war, as if I was about to squat 500, which I've never done. But that's what it felt like. It was really crazy. This was very underwhelming. I should have just waited till Monday. I'm sick. I can't get over that. But this bad week is past me. I can't keep thinking about it. I did record all 3 sets, but who needs to see that? really, I was like, I'm gonna really focus. I always do lunges and step ups at home, but I'm gonna do the leg extension that I don't like. I talk about it, but I just really wanted the stress off of my hamstrings. So I was like, this felt good doing leg extensions. My hamstrings felt better. Leg curls, more activation, hamstring activation work. This is actually hamstrings, and I didn't really feel it, honestly. It was like a stalemate, because like the leg extensions are doing quads, so the opposite lets the blood flow into both. This one, I didn't really feel anything. This was like some weird squat machine. It's kind of like a hack squat, pendulum squat. Didn't really feel it. It has like a pin setting. You don't put the weight on. It has pin, and you select the weight. And whatever I put, it wasn't heavy. But I just did 10 sets, no, 3 sets of 10, or like 2 sets. I forget, in a drop set. And it helped because it was a squat movement. That's why I did it. And it helped my hamstrings because that's where I felt it when I was squatting. And then some RDLs. I didn't feel it either. Anything hamstring related, I didn't feel. It had to be quad related. Then I would feel it eccentrically. Yeah, so you saw that sucked. I probably had more in me, like I mentioned. Doesn't matter. It just, if it's not a good session, just cut it. I did as much as I could. At least I did 3 over 3 working sets with 309. 353, I probably had like 375, which still wouldn't have been a lot. So I just was like, what's the point? I'm just gonna stop there. Not much to say. I said all I had to say about that. Horrible day. It was a waste of time and gas and money and a session. I wanted to wait till Monday, and I should have, because Monday I was fine with deadlifts and I would have had a great squat session if I would have waited. But I was so eager to go to Legends, and just I squat Sundays anyway. But I should have listened to myself. Something didn't feel right. And I walked in Legends, something didn't feel right. Not my body, just something up here. My brain feeling, gut feeling, but it was like I was like feeling something. And it just happened to be a coincidence that was the day where my hamstrings just tightened up right away the second I used the bar. I wish I recorded that. Okay, so here's the deadlift session at Metroflex Marietta Monday. So this is that rusted bar I was talking about. My last warm-up set, 441. That's just the rusted power bar with blue tape on it. I don't know what kind it is. It doesn't say. It doesn't say on the sides. Here's my top set, 474. It was not so bad, but I shook like crazy at my upper shins knee levels. I don't know what happened there, but the lockout was super easy. And before that was a little easy, and then it got hard at the shaking point. It was a great session other than that. 402.5, 3x3. And this is a big win because I was doing 402 sumo 4x3 the week before, and I was doing 381 pause on the conventional. So it was like a 21-pound PR. It was pretty easy. The third set was a little, crazy. It was a little slower, but it was nothing crazy. It was my first set. It was a great session. Just that single got me kind of thinking all week of what I'm going to do next week, because I just didn't go too crazy. I had more probably, but, I'm going to save it for the weeks coming. You got to have this at every powerlifting gym. It's such an essential, the reverse hyper and the GHD and the Nautilus pullover. Well, it's a hamstring pullover, like I mentioned. You need those. Those are like something you don't see everywhere else. And I did this, felt amazing, because I kind of Metroflex last week, Hawaiian Gardens, I kind of strained my lower right lumbar. So this felt amazing. It helped alleviate it with just 2 plates. It was pretty cool. Honestly, there's not much to say about that. It was a good session. Loved it. The gym's great. It's just still high power bar. That rusted bar I use, I don't know what that one is. I gotta ask the owner, but he's never really there. But it's open 24 hours. I like that. And they're only closed 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Sundays. Sunday nights, they close for 3 hours. So that's pretty good. And I went late for Tuesday bench session. Should have waited then. It was a good session besides the working sets, and you can see right now. And I should have waited again. I haven't been listening to myself. This has been a bad week. Last week was bad. Didn't upload the 2 videos. Deleted one, the book video. Ended up deleting that. I just wanted to start from scratch that book review I wanted to do. So it was just a bad week, but it doesn't mean I can't bounce back this week. So here's the bench session. Should have listened to myself because the working sets sucked. Single was good. Back to using some bands. Those felt amazing. That band wasn't very strong, but some band pull-aparts, and those, I forget what those are called, but these are the band pull-aparts. Did 2 sets of those. Warmed up my back with that machine. Didn't show that, but just did some real easy sets. My last warm-up, no, second to last warm-up, 237.5. Man, that bench, it was like super cushiony right where my like upper back and head go. So it like left a hole. I have to show that real quick. Man, it was crazy. You could even see it right there. It's like sinking on my upper back, and then where it separates the upper back and my head. That's a Texas Power Bar, and that's 248 my last warm up. You can see it's like really like, I have to show real quick a still right here. Right here, you're gonna see it right there. Okay, now back to it. 248. That lift off was good. He kind of just dropped it at the end, but it was still good. It was 253. Yeah, and that one was 248. It was pretty easy. But that bench really sinks you in right at the worst spot at the upper back. So this 232 3 by I wanted a 3x3, but it was just too heavy. Like my biceps started hurting. I don't know what happened, kind of like the hamstring thing, but not that bad. But yeah, like my biceps felt like strained. So I did 3, and then I only did 2, and then I did the rest with 221. I was like, I'm just gonna go lighter. It's it's kind of like the squat day, and this was like at 1 in the morning. I should have waited. I should have gone later, like at 10 a.m. like I was planning. But I was too excited. Like I said, if you're supposed to wait, you feel like you should just wait. That third one would have been really hard, so I just didn't do it. And that's the 221. I did 3 and 3. I did 11 total reps instead of a 4x3. Well, instead of a 3x3, I did 11. Yeah, so instead of 9 reps, I did 11. I did 3 and 2 with the 232, and then I did 6. Yeah, with this 3 and 3 with 221. So it was a total of 11 reps. And then after that cheapy working sets, I did Larson, which was 199, which I usually do 203 in my garage, but I was like, this is just a bad day. Nothing wrong with going lighter, just not there. Don't feel it. So once I did that, see, that was horrible. I did 199 Larson, and I did like 13 reps. I usually do 203 for 4x3, so I just did one more rep with this. It's supposed to be 4x3, but the first day I did 4, and then the other ones got so hard, I just did like 3, 3, 3, 3, yeah. Wait, 3, 3, 3, yeah. 9 plus 4, yeah. So 3 more sets of 3 plus that 4. And I just wanted to really just relieve some stress. So I did like more chest and back that I normally do. I just do 1 accessory usually of chest and back, but I did actually 2. And I did 2 sets with the hard, 2 hard sets with a drop set, but I'm just showing just 1 set. But yeah, so I did the hammer strength incline, which was crazy because the weight is right on your hands. Usually the hammer strength, the weight's a little bit separated, but it's right on you, so it's way harder. And this one's like exactly like a Yates row, which I love, the underhand barbell row. Kind of like a T-bar row and a Yates row combined. This one's amazing. I love this one. This one I did on the pullovers. That was pretty much it for... I took like a little under 2 hours though. But I guess I didn't do too much. But the bench took up a lot of time with the Larson and comp. And I was just... Man, I was disappointed in between the working sets of bench. And then I did a little bit more of this. This was the machine I warmed up with. And so I guess a little more pulling than pushing like I always mentioned. That was pretty much it for the chest and back day. It was pretty satisfying, to say the least. All right, that's it for the video. What you could take away from this video is listen to yourself. Listen to your brain, not so much your body. If your brain's telling you something, your gut... I'm not a big believer on gut feelings. I'm more a logical kind of guy. I don't use gut instincts because your gut doesn't have a feeling. But if you feel something's off and your brain's telling you just don't do it, just wait. That's what I mean. Your mind's telling you to just put off something, just wait. Whether it's the gym, whether it's the movies, whether it's going somewhere far, traveling, something. Yeah, you might think spur of the moment, do it, which is usually the case because you usually don't regret it. But just overthink it more than you just rush into it. Like really think about it. Think about before you jump onto the next leap. Like like the frog has to think before he jumps on the next leap, the next log, whatever, before he goes in the water, like that. Don't overthink it, but just think about it more. Plan it out instead of just going into it, because that could be stupid too. Spur of the moment's cool. I'm a big fan of spur of the moment, but this meet is spur of the moment. But I did have 6 weeks 6 weeks, but I was already starting to go heavy. But yeah, spur of the moment's cool, but just really plan your stuff out. That's it for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. See you next time.